Hi there, this is Jonathan Ginsberg. I'm an Atlanta area personal bankruptcy attorney, and today I'd like to talk to you about timeshares in bankruptcy. And I've been practicing bankruptcy law for close to 30 years, and I've seen a lot of timeshares listed in bankruptcy cases. And I will tell you, in a word, timeshares stink. They're a terrible investment. They create problems in bankruptcy, and if you have one and you're going to file bankruptcy, use the bankruptcy to get rid of your timeshare. So you can tell I've got an opinion about this. Let me walk and explain to you why, and I'll give you an example. I was at a bankruptcy hearing today, and this was not my case. This is one of the cases before mine was called at a 341 meeting of creditor, and the debtor had scheduled a timeshare in Florida someplace that she valued at $5,000. And you can see the trustee kind of just looking at her like, oh boy, here we go. And so the trustee's next question is, well, how much do you pay for maintenance? And it turns out she pays $100 a month. So that's $1,200 a year. So right now we've got a person who's paid $5,000 for the option to go to some place. And I will tell you that my experience has been most people do not use their timeshares every year. So it's something you may go to once every other year if you're lucky. But if you do go, you've already paid $1,200, whatever the maintenance charge is, before you even set foot in the place. And then you're going to have to cover your food and other expenses when you're down there, and you're stuck going to the same place, which doesn't make a lot of sense. So I think in terms of just as a value, timeshares don't make a lot of sense, because I'd rather see you take the money you're going to spend on vacation and go where you want to go, not feel like you're obligated to go in any particular place. Second thing is timeshares are typically purchased as a impulse buy. You're going someplace and somebody offers to give you a tour. Maybe they offer you free tickets that if you're ever going down towards Disney World, free Disney tickets to take a tour of our timeshare. And then they try to pressure you into it by explaining how valuable it is and how much you're going to save and blah, 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 blah. None of it's true. Stay away from them. And if you have a chance to rescind it, if you've just done it, rescind it. It's not a good idea. I'll also tell you that if you look on the open market, and there are many places you can go look on Craigslist or look on eBay, even Google, there's other markets. Typically, timeshares will go for half or a third or 25% of what the retail value is, because there's a big market of people want to sell them, and not such a big market of people want to buy them, because they're really not very good investments. In a bankruptcy, the issue is the trustee is going to look at that and say, this is not a really good use of your financial resources. That $100 a month should be going to creditors and paying your unsecured debts instead of paying for a vacation that you may or may not use. So you could draw a good faith objection, or a bad faith objection, I guess is probably more accurate. The second thing is that when you, in terms of the bankruptcy itself, that if you have to use your exemption to shelter or protect your bankruptcy, you can't use that exemption for something else. So in Georgia, for example, we have a wildcard exemption, which means you can apply it to anything. You can take $5,000 of your real estate exemption. I think it's $800 for anything else. So you've got, let's say, at least $5,000 to play with. Well, if you use that up for your timeshare, you can't use it for anything else. So again, it doesn't help your bankruptcy. If, again, you're in bankruptcy and you've got a timeshare, this is the time to use that bankruptcy to cancel the contract and to get rid of it, walk away from it, be done with it. I realize that could be painful if you've paid in for a long time, you paid a bunch of money for the timeshare, you've maybe used it a little bit, but you think you're going to use it, but it's throwing good money after bad. And I apologize to those of you who are timeshare salespeople, maybe who are watching this, or who really love their timeshares, and maybe there's a few situations where that's applicable, but by and large, it's not a good investment. It doesn't work well with bankruptcy, and my feeling is use your bankruptcy to get rid of your timeshare. So that's my feeling about timeshares. As you can see, I'm very opinionated about it. I've seen it for years and years, and it almost never works out in bankruptcy. So the best thing to do is get rid of it. Hope you found this helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up on YouTube, like it on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this video and some of the videos I've got out there. Go to my website, www.atlanta-bankruptcy.com. I have a debt destroyer survival kit there. Talks about how to avoid bankruptcy, how to make bankruptcy work for you, how to recover from bankruptcy, and a lot of other things about debt issues that I come up with, and it's constantly updated as well. And if you have any questions for me specifically, you want to talk about filing bankruptcy, you can reach me directly, 770-393-4985, or Ginsberg, that's Ginsberg @gmail.com. This is Jonathan Ginsberg, wishing you the best. Thanks. Hi, this is Jonathan, and I hope you found this video helpful. I'd like to invite you to download my free Debt Destroyer Survival Kit right now. I've packed my survival kit with answers to the questions I've heard from clients for over 25 years here in the Atlanta area. Inside the survival kit, you'll find clear, easy to understand answers to critical topics about how to solve debt problems once and for all, including how do I protect my stuff, my house, car, and personal property if I file for bankruptcy? Are there any legitimate alternatives to bankruptcy? Will I ever get credit again, and if so, when? What mistakes must I avoid to get the most benefit out of bankruptcy? You can claim your copy right now by visiting my atlanta-bankruptcy.com website. And you are always welcome to use the email form on my website to ask me anything about debt and personal bankruptcy in Atlanta. www.atlanta-bankruptcy.com. And as always, I wish you the best.